friends. It's Friday again. Yay, we did it. I feel like every week I should just say, Yay, we did it, because sometimes it just seems like a struggle. But anyway, I am now working from home, which is fantastic. I love it a lot. Um, I feel so much more productive, and I don't have the distractions that I have in an office. So I've been at this like 3 days now, and it's so good. so, um, there are of course a couple of differences about working from home as opposed to working in an office, and I do miss seeing most of my coworkers. But um, but yeah, I could live like this forever as far as working from home goes. Yeah, obviously I don't want the virus to continue and lockdown and all that stuff, but man, if they could see a way for me to work from home forever, love it. Anyway, I am currently on my lunch break, so I thought I would try to get a quick little Friday reads in for you. So, which probably will be more of just like a chatty catch up because I haven't really read or finished anything anyway for the last week since we last talked. So, let's just jump right into, well, first of all, let me show you my crochet project for this week. So, as you know, I recently finished my very first pair of knitted socks. And so after that, I was like, well, I'm still kind of only in the mood to listen to audiobooks and watch BookTube. So I needed something to do with my hands during that time. So I remembered that I had been crocheting a dog sweater, a dog coat, for my best friend's dog, Neko. So I finished it last night, and it is just the cutest, funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And this is it. I mean, it's very homemade looking, but it's got like a little, like a, what do you call this? Like a turtleneck. And these little arms are just adorable. So he's a small dog. He's a Pomeranian mix. So I actually thought he was a Chihuahua, but I found out he is a Pomeranian. so, um, so yeah, I'm really hoping that this fits him and that he will wear it because it's adorable. So it also has like a little band around here that I haven't attached yet. It's going to have some buttons on it so that it's removable. So I'm just going to add that because I feel like if he's too fat for it or something, she can just take it off and then it'll just have buttons on it. So, but yeah, I think this is so cute. So now I need to make one for his sister, Lori, who is bigger than him. So she's like a medium sized dog. So I might start working on that today. It'll take me longer, so this one's going to get shipped off to Neko first so that he can at least try it on so that I know that I'm on the right track when I make another one. So, other than that, that's really the only other non reading thing that I have been doing. Other than I did do a watercolor painting in my sketchbook, which the same friend that I made a dog sweater for her dog. She is an artist. You've seen her on this channel before, Marsha. She has a Facebook sketching group, and we have been recently starting to, as like a collective group, do the same photo, like the same painting from a photo. So anyway, I will pop a picture of the painting I did this week. So there's that. And I have kind of neglected my scripture writing that I wanted to do this month and my push-up challenge that I wanted to do this month. But I'm getting back on the push-up train because I it's been cold and gross here, so I haven't been getting as much outdoor exercise. So I really feel like I need to get into a groove of doing something inside my house for exercise. So I'm definitely getting back on board with that. And I need to get back on board with the scripture writing. So that's a note to self that I need to do that today. So, but yeah, okay, so that's all the non-reading stuff out of the way. Let's get to the reading. The only thing that I finished since the last time we talked was Where the Crawdad Sings by Delia Owens. And I read this with Amanda over at the Curly Reader. And I listened to it on audiobook, which I thought was really good. The narrator did a really nice job with the southern accents and different characters, making them distinctive. I really liked that. I won't speak for Amanda, but I really liked it. It was a 4-star read for me, I would say. I really liked all the characters. I liked the plot line. For me, the courtroom stuff was very interesting. I really like that. I don't read a lot of that kind of thing, but I just really found it interesting. It was very heartbreaking at times. The ending did surprise me, I guess. Amanda did say that she didn't find it surprising. She kind of saw it coming. But I did find it somewhat surprising, just kind of how it all played out in the end. And I felt like we both felt like it kind of wrapped up a little too neatly, but at the same time, for me, I kind of liked that. At least at the the feelings that I'm having at the moment, and just feeling like everything is out of control. I kind of liked that a book wrapped up neatly. I guess I don't know what, without like ruining the book for you. I don't want to say too much, but I just kind of felt like I just liked having like a okay kind of an ending. So, but at the same time, I can see the like basically what we were saying at the end was we kind of weren't sure why there was so much hype around this book. I did think it was good, and I can see probably at the beginnings when it first came out, maybe why there was so much hype to it. Maybe just the build up at this point, because it has been hyped for so long. Maybe the build up just made it a little bit disappointing for us. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was one of my 20 books to read in 2020 that I can mark off my list, and it was good, and I'm glad I read it. So, and I'm glad I got to read with Amanda. It was really fun. So, that was the only thing I actually finished in the last week, but I am reading a lot of things. So, I'm currently a little over halfway in The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, the first book in the Mistborn series. I'm buddy reading this with Victoria from Victoria Reads Too Much. And this one has been really nice to buddy read with somebody. I'm listening to the audiobook of this one as well, but I did pick up an ebook from the library because I'm finding with fantasy on audiobook, it's really difficult to understand like people's names and like how to even talk about it with somebody that you're just like texting with, because you're like, that person who I think's name is Ellen, but it's a guy, so I don't know what his name is. Or like the main character in this her name is Vin, Vin, but for the longest time I thought that the narrator was saying Finn. So so now that I have an audiobook, or I mean an ebook, I can follow along a little bit, or at least come up with the names of the characters so that I can talk about it with people. This is another series that my coworker that kind of recommends fantasy books to me told me I would really like, because I tried the Stormlight Archives and it was a little bit of a struggle. So he thought I would like Mistborn better, and so far he is correct. So, and I think it helps too that I am reading it with Victoria, because if I don't pick up on something, she probably does. And because I'm listening to audiobook and I just got the ebook, she's been physically reading it. So there's been times when I'm like, oh man, I remember this scene, but I don't remember what chapter, and I really would like to write down a quote from it. Can you know what chapter that was? So That's actually happening right now. She's looking for me. So I'm really enjoying this story, and I like the character of Vin. She's very relatable to me. She has trust issues. I've said before, as do I. and and I like the character of Kelsier, although I'm not sure how much I trust him. Again, trust issues. I like. I am really hoping that I can trust Elland. He is another guy that Vin seems to trust, but I'm not sure that I do. I'm not sure that she should be trusting him. So that's where we are at this point in the game. So that's what I'm reading right now. And also, I am still reading Wine and Punishment by Sarah Fox. I started this for mine and Elaine's wine and cheese reading social this past weekend, and I'm only like 45 pages in, but it's really good and I really like it. I just am having so much of a hard time physically reading right now, and I need to get back into it. So this is going to be this weekend's project, is to actually sit down and physically read a book, and I think I can do that. It's just easier to listen to audiobooks while I work. So, yeah, because I can't physically read while I'm trying to work. So I just haven't had enough time to get back into this. And then, yeah, I've just still been wanting to read audiobooks after work. So, and like crochet or knit. So I just haven't settled into a physical read yet. But I'm going to get back to that this weekend. And then lastly, Tara from Buzzword Books and I are still plowing through Vanity Fair. And this is like our giant book that I started for March of the Mammoths. And it's still very good, but it's kind of a little bit sloggy to get through. I kind of feel like nothing's been happening for a while, and I'm ready for something to happen. So, actually, something did just happen in this that is pretty interesting. So, I'm hoping that that kind of picks up the plot a little bit. So, but we are going very, very slowly with this. So, I might try to pick up the pace on it a little bit, just because I feel like the slow pace of our our buddy read for this is kind of making it less interesting, if that makes sense. So I might try to read a little bit more of this weekend and try to like kind of pick up my motivation for this, um, just to keep it going. So because I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying buddy reading it with Tara, but it just seems to be taking too long, and I'm starting to lose my motivation. But anyway, friends, I better get back to work. And yeah, I just thought I would check in. How are you all doing? If you're working from home, how's that going for you? Like I said, am loving it. But I've only been at it for a few days. So, those of you who have been doing it for a while now, have you settled into it? Do you miss going to the office? Do you like wish that they would let you work from home all the time? Or do you already work from home and this is like not that different from real life? So, all right, friends, I will talk to you soon. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week sometime. Bye, friends.